What's your type? No, seriously, what's your type? Is it rich, morally questionable, really good-looking people? Is that why you're watching this video? Is it? Depends how morally questionable your type is. Because there's a line that I won't cross. Because YouTube will demonetize me. But today's video is about someone that has been long requested and I have been waiting to talk about for a long time. She is well groomed, and well, she grooms. We are talking about Mei Mei. She's a baddie with a fatty, but not like Yuki. Anyway, let's get right into it. I regret saying that already. Who is Mei Mei? Well, she is a bag-chasing, morally questionable, thick-thighed baddie, and this is something that is not deniable. She's not top 1, not even top 2 in terms of badness in the JJK verse, but, you know, you'd probably smash. So let's go over some information about Mei Mei. So, she has a younger brother, Uiui, and this is critical to her success, or downfall, I suppose, as a character. And if you don't know what I mean, well, she grooms him. She's arguably a pedophile. Is she really a pedophile? I have always been on the fence about this. I actually think probably not. I think she's actually just a manipulator, super morally questionable groomer who uses Uiui to her advantage. And you'll see why later. Importantly, she has not watched Naruto. She has not heard of Itachi. And this is because she, since she was young, has thought that her curse technique is fucking dog shit. That's why she trains so hard to be good physically, to have that battle axe, to have good CT reinforcement, because she thinks crows are ass. All I can ask of you, Mei Mei, is to watch like fucking 3 clips of Itachi. Granted, he has the fucking Sharingan, but what he does with crows, dude, I feel like you could do at least something similar-ish. In fact, let me Google real quick how many crows there are in the world. How many crows are there in the world? Brother, there's apparently 28 million fucking crows. I don't know what the stipulation of your curse technique is, why you think it's so ass, but I guarantee you, you can control more than 2 to 3 at a time. I fucking guarantee it. Not that I live in Japan, but I've been multiple times, and I'm sure that there are more than 2 to 3 crows in the population, one of which you have fucking kamikaze suicide bombed. Deep breathing, reel it in, crow tangent aside. She has also dipped to Malaysia and sold her stocks ASAP, like a good jujutsu sorcerer, because as soon as she saw what Kenjaku's plan was, boom, I'm fucking out of here, I am in bed with my little brother, I am selling all my stocks, I don't care about anything other than money. In some ways, she's the symbolism of America, my pride and joy. Now, she also has a stupid fucking braid. I remember when I was watching the JJK Zero movie and the end of season 1 before I actually read the manga. I know, I'm late on the manga. And I thought to myself, why the fuck does this anime character have a stupid fucking design again? Why do they all? What are you hiding from? The only thing that you could possibly be hiding from is the fact that everybody knows that you are the definition of a psychopath, of a sorcerer. Again, because you are a child groomer, a manipulator, and a potential pedophile. But speaking of the person that she grooms, she's actually more useless than Uiui right now. Uiui with Kirara is on the battlefield, or has been on the battlefield, taking bodies away, whereas Mei Mei controls a crow. Maybe 2 before that. Let's talk about what our favorite braidhead psychopath has done. So now she moved to Mars, probably. Yes, in Shibuya, she moved to Malaysia for a brief period of time and sold her stocks. During the Sukuna fight, because she's nowhere to be found, the only thing I can think of is she went to a different planet. Like, that's simply it. She said, fuck this, dude. I'll make my own currency on Mars. And you might think she's a snake for moving to Mars, but she didn't do that until she first pay-per-viewed the potential end of the fucking world, dude. She managed to make a bag off of that too. The Sukuna Gojo fight. Like, she literally made money off of it. She should have just been streaming it to the Jujutsu sorcerers to prevent the end of the world, but she's like, nah, dude, at least let me be the richest in the world. Now, what she did in the fight was send a single crow at Sukuna. I'm not gonna say you should have sent 28 million, or whatever the fucking number was. I'm not even saying you should have sent 100. But anything less than 15, are you fucking me? Are you? No, you're not. Probably I'm too old for you. But enough about what she did in Shinjuku. What she did in Shibuya was made her bro stand in front of some combination of AIDS, the Black Plague, gonorrhea, COVID-19, pollen allergies. I was gonna include the avian flu, but you know, her 2 crows probably had that already. We made a video about Choso a while back being the best big bro. Let me tell you, this bitch is not the best big sis. Now, she also glazed Gojo. So she does earn a little bit of brownie points for me. I'm glazing myself. You know how it goes. And another bit of brownie points is the fact that she managed to not actually get off-screened by Kenjaku, which is probably the worst thing that could happen to any character because I don't think Kenjaku has ever done that. But it is something that Gege loves doing. And in that vein, we can talk about how strong she actually is. Because first of all, she beat Toto at ping pong. And Toto is fucking ripped and has 530,000 IQ, almost as much as me. So he's probably pretty good at ping pong. And he's Asian. And I think they're historically really good at ping pong. So in a ping pong competition, you'd probably lose. Now in a fighting competition, in a wrestling competition, you'd also probably lose. Because she could headlock you and you'd die a very happy death. But again, you'd die. And finally, the Kinjusi, the most maniacal, actually probably perverted sorcerer that we've ever seen, says she's very strong. No, she's not as strong as Kusakabe. No, she's probably not even as strong as Nanami in my opinion. But hey, she's strong. Kenjaku gives props. But we're not here to talk about how strong Mei Mei is. We're here to talk about whether Mei Mei reminds you of someone, after everything that we've talked about earlier. So, Hisoka, perhaps? He's a straight up pedophile. Drake, maybe? He has child grooming allegations, even though he's my #1 most listened to artist all the time. And you guys write in the comments, Drake is ass. Luca, we fucking hate you. Speaking of hating me, is there anyone that you hate in real life but would still smash? And no, I don't mean to compare myself to Drake or Hisoka, so don't think about that. Maybe even Sun Yingsha, for sure. The world champion of ping pong for females. I feel like she needed her time in the sun. I never see anyone talking about time in the sun. I should keep that in. I never see anyone talking about her, so here we go. In this video. But while she's incredibly problematic, there is a group of people that is even more problematic than Mei Mei. Redditors. And before we get into this slide, I'm not hating. I actually find these posts really funny because I think and I hope that they're mostly satirical. But it's time to take a look at the cross between Redditors, ew, and Jujutsu Kaisen fans. Bigger ew. Because when you come across posts about Mei Mei on Reddit, they read like this. Why Mei Mei is the best character in JJK. She's hella hot. I wish Ui Ui and I would switch bodies so I could get groomed by her and she could love me as much as Sukuna loves eating people. She's built like a supermodel. I wish I could get crushed by her thighs. I didn't even read this post. I just typed in Mei Mei Reddit and this is what comes up. I wrote about the thighs herself. Maybe I'm a Redditor. Oh no. This is way worse than I thought. She's 5'6", which is the perfect height for a woman, in this person's opinion. So if you're anything other than 5'6" and watching this video, and a woman, better luck next life. She has white hair, which is hella beautiful and perfect, just like mine. And fuck Ui Ui, that little boy is fucking lucky. Thanks, Redditor. Or we've got people like this, Mommy Mei Mei. I saw the new OP for JJK and it looks fire. Everybody be talking about Maharaga's wheel, Nobara covering her eye, Toji's reappearance, but I don't see anyone talking about how sexy Mei Mei looks.
Hidden voiceover alert. I'm not trying to get demonetized. Pretend that I'm saying this.
I'm gonna stop reading because there's only so many swears you can make in one YouTube video until you make no money off of it. And as you know, my goal is to become a YouTube trillionaire. And then there's people like this, who are actually lobotomized. This is final stage jujutsu lobotomy. Mei Mei suffered the most. I can't believe we're glossing over the fact that Mei Mei was 19 in a relationship with 34-year-old Toji during Hidden Inventory. You, in particular, might be asking yourself right now, what the fuck? Did I miss something? No, you didn't miss anything. It's fucked up because Toji knew that Mei Mei had low self-esteem and wasn't really cared for by anyone in her family. She literally grew up feeling like money was all she had because her parents were too focused on Gojo as the pride of the Gojo family instead of her. You might be thinking to yourself now, is Mei Mei part of the Gojo clan? No, this guy's just fucking insane. He's a lunatic. These Redditors, these lobotomized late-stage motherfuckers are actually somehow reading Bubutsu Bison, Jujutsu Kaisen Next Generations. But hey, at least it gives us some entertainment. So, pause this video and read the rest of this if you want. Anyway, in conclusion, for a sorcerer as morally questionable as she is, she fucking sucks, dude. Like, she should be top tier. We hear time and time again, you have to be insane as a sorcerer. And this bitch is not insane. She is clinical. As we've established, she has an interesting taste in hairdos. This picture does not do it justice because it's actually a pretty nice hairdo and she actually looks quite fine here. But the fact that she wears a braid in a fighting, I was gonna say sport, but it's actually life or death situation where she fucking covers her eyes, Mei Mei. What? Gay, actually, is a better question. What was the design theory here? As we also said, she never believed in her innate technique at all, and this is probably because she never decided to open up Google and search the world's population of crows, because if she did, she'd realize she could 1v1 fucking anybody, dude. Loki, that amount of crows could go through infinity. It's like 1 trillion lions versus the sun. Now her fans go goo goo gaga, heart pounding out of chest, jaw dropping to the floor, steam blowing out the ears, lobotomized. I feel for you, but not really. Not really. I'm gonna continue drilling this point home because as I was creating this video, I realized how fucking stupid she is. She should have sent a fuck ton of crows at Sukuna. Why is she not helping? What actual reason does she have for not helping? Other than wanting to save her money, she's not even close to the battlefield, dude. She's fucking ranged. And yes, guys, after all her stupidity, after all her morally questionable actions, after all her psychopathy, I do understand where you're coming from. Yes, she is still smashable. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. I can't even look at you in the eyes right now. But now I can. Mei Mei PR team, anti-Mei Mei PR team, let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this character? What do you think about these takes? L as usual, like my name, double L. Mei Mei versus Naoya. What do we think? We have both videos up on the channel now. Naoya is dead. He is not coming back. Mei Mei is an idiot. She will not do anything for the rest of the show. That's that. What do we think? If you guys have any further suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. Any characters, anything you want to see. Literally anything. If you want me to fucking steal ideas from other content creators, let me know that too. Until then, thank you for watching this video one more time. You guys are looking incredibly beautiful. And those of you who are of age, incredibly sexy as well. Sorry, Mei Mei. Not taking a page from your book. I love you. Goodbye.